Hello and welcome to the Nerd BS podcast. I'm Alan, as always, and I'm joined here by Tomas
Hey, what's up, everyone?
and Kyle.
Good evening. How are you guys doing?
That was really calm. This that was bizarre. How you guys doing this week? Anything exciting happen the last couple weeks? Because it's been like 3 weeks since we had our last episode. Anything crazy happen?
Uh,
Um,
I got I got
yeah, go.
published, so
Oh, that's right.
Yay!
Tomas got published. Congratulations, Tomas. We're
Making
looking for
those
that.
big
Do we got a
bucks.
title for the book? Do we have anything, or am I speaking way
uh,
a movie date? Maybe I don't know.
title
What's
Nice.
title so far is Runts. They are uh, it's going through their proofread and stuff right now. They're editing, and then they'll send it back to me. I'll say if I approve or not, and then they'll work on marketing and actually publishing.
that's cool.
So
That's really cool. I'm
That is
excited
cool, man.
for yeah. I'm excited to read it because I've heard so much about your world in many different aspects and many different like venues and things that we've talked about. So I'm curious to see like an organized format, story
yeah,
inside your world. So it's actually very exciting for me personally.
Yeah,
yeah, it's
it is.
still it's still kind of surreal to me sometimes. Like I'll I'll need to think of something or make something and I'll just be like, "Oh, I'll just make it up." And then I'll be like, "Wait, do I already have this? Cuz if I already have this, I can't make it up anymore." so
Like if you already
it's
I
wrote it
mean,
now
down, you mean?
yeah, it's now becoming the research cuz I have it officially written down now. So now I can't stray from what I've officially written down.
oh
So
man, that's
like
right. Yeah, you get those hate letters and stuff.
yeah,
If they
like,
Yeah,
if
I
one
got
thing
one
is
ready to
off.
go. So don't. It's
Just like
pre-written.
fill in the blanks, get it all typed
yeah.
up.
Characters' names. Yeah.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. Anything exciting for you, Kyle? How's you plugged your auction site last week? How's that? Is
Mhm.
that going good? Everything going good? I've
Yeah.
watched a
So
couple. It seems to be
yeah, I
pumping.
saw you jump in a few times there. Yeah, it went really well. So I really just hit the ground running with that, and it's on the Whatnot app is what it's called. And I'm just selling games. It's like the best way I heard it described is like Twitch and eBay combined. So you got these live
Yeah.
auctions, but I'm streaming it, and yeah, dude, I think I did like 5 auctions in that first week because like I said,
I
I
Wow.
know.
wanted to just hit it hard,
It keeps
How
and
notifying me, and I'm just like, dang, he's going again. Whoa,
dude,
how
and
that's
it
how
nuts.
it
did
was a lot.
how did go in terms of pulling revenue and stuff like that?
It went really well, right? So
Yeah,
I'll just say it was over a couple grand. Like
nice.
in
Is that better than what you were expecting or about even
yeah.
or
No, it was a
okay,
lot better. Like so
nice.
and that's like I don't what's it? Net?
Mhm.
Not gross, but net income. So
Yeah.
and like I already reinvested and I got like a printer that knocked down like 2 hours of shipping time. So a printer that just like
Nice.
knocks everything out. They print them out in stickers. So yeah, I'm
Mhm.
rolling. I got a good schedule going. I'm going to do Thursdays and Fridays because I learned that when I started all the shipping could take a few hours, and I was
Mhm.
killing myself. So now I got a good rhythm. I got a schedule. I got 500 followers, which I did not
Yeah, I
expect.
saw that. Congratulations. That was pretty cool.
Thanks. That was
Yeah.
crazy. Yeah, I gave away an Elden Ring, a brand new copy of Elden Ring on just to say
Oh boy.
thanks.
That's
Yeah,
so cool.
right? You got to check it out, Tomas. You
Awesome.
got to get in there.
Yeah, I
So,
know.
yes,
I know.
it's all right, man.
That's pretty Yeah, that's pretty nuts. I don't have anything exciting on my end, so besides just like some Destiny playing and and whatnot. So but
It's
we'll
exciting.
we'll do our yeah, hey, I've been really enjoying it, but we'll talk about that later. But we're gonna do our plugs real quick, since we have so many because some people have been creating plugs and whatnot, and so now we have a nice little list. So we're gonna nail these out, and if you miss anything that we say and you really want to get a hold of somebody, they will all be in the description below. But we'll try to speed through them real quick. We have an email. which is nerd backstory. At gmail.com. We have our Twitters, or our podcast Twitter, which is at nerd_BS. You message either of those, or even our personal Twitters, and we can get you on our Discord where we discuss a lot of this stuff here. My personal Twitter is at ScadMatrix. That's kind of where I hang out most of the time, is on Twitter. But now we got a couple people that I'm not going to read their stuff, but we'll start with Tomas because he's got a nice little list of places he wants to wants to say, or he can wait. What do you want to do, Tomas?
Well,
Why don't you do
I
it?
was just gonna say my Instagram and Twitter are at Tomas F Diaz 86. Both of them are the exact same. And then I also have a website which is tomasfdiaz.com. No 86 on that one, just tomasfdiaz.com, and I'm done.
Oh wow, you're quicker than
Nice.
me.
That's a good plug.
All right, Kyle, you got yours.
Yeah, you gotta find me on Instagram at skyboston_video games, and you
Oh,
check all my auctions out. Talk to me. You can buy directly from me there. Skyboston
oh,
video games.
yeah, we do have a YouTube. I forgot to say about, but that'll be in the description as well. But just search it. But anyways, thanks for dealing with that fun stuff. Check us out
Yep,
though. Check us all out and all those
Yes,
things if
please.
you want, and say hi because
we're
we
branching out,
all
guys.
need to be on these social things more. The only thing we don't got is a TikTok, and that is one thing I am feeling
Oh,
behind on.
it's
Uh,
to be announced.
to be announced.
2025.
Which we
2025. We're gonna start
gotta gotta
a
get
Nerd
all
BS
the
TikTok.
cameras and lights and directors and
Yeah.
writers and stuff for that.
Yeah, we gotta.
Uh,
Once it's old news.
once it's old news, right
Once
when
we
the
have
next
this,
thing pops out.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
once we finally understand this fandangled technology, we'll jump right
Uh,
on.
I've actually been loving TikTok. I need to. I've been meaning to just start using it, but it's a little different because you got that video, and so you got to take that in, which is its own thing. And
Yeah, I don't
I
know if
always
I have a
feel like real
face. I don't know if I have a
nervous.
face for video.
You have a
Oh, you have a
face,
face for video. You have a face. You
but
have a face. There you go. That's all you need.
you have a face,
You,
so we'll
you,
just.
yeah, I'm jealous of all those people because all those people on on TikTok is like I say that TikTok like an old man on on TikTok. They don't seem like they're. I mean, not to knock them, but they look just like normal people. They're not preparing for these videos usually. So it's like, oh, I could do that, but I don't. Uh, but
I
that's
was
not
on
what we're
one.
here
I'm
for.
on a couple.
Are you really? I didn't. You know what? I don't even
Not
know.
like I don't
I
have one. I've been on other people's.
Yeah, I have a couple people that I know that have done them, but usually it's like a one-time thing. It's not like they don't do like them frequently. They do like a couple and
Yeah.
then just drop off. Uh, but
Mm.
I get it. Content is hard. Uh,
Hmm.
we've understood that. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. Either way, we got lots of nerdy stuff to talk about today. Lots of fun things. Batman did come out, but only one of us saw it. So
Guess
I
who
figure
that
we could talk
was?
about it. Uh, I don't know, but anyways, we before we dig into the man who saw it, uh, how about we talk for a second on are you excited to see it, Kyle? It's not out yet. I know you're a Batman fan. I'm a Batman fan. We're all Batman fan.
hmm
Batman here. Are we Batman fans?
We're
Batman.
Batman fans.
Are you excited to see it, Kyle? I know we were talking about. You said you might have a hard time seeing it soon, but
Yeah. Right. I haven't like thought of even going to see it. It kind of snuck up on me that it came out, which is always fun, right? Like I've
hmm
been so busy that I didn't realize a cool movie's coming out. So yes, I am excited to see it. Of course, it's Batman, but at the same time, I think just the superhero movies in general, I'm like, okay, I can wait, and obviously I'm going to. So I don't know if that makes sense.
you did you see Spider-Man quickly? I can't remember.
Yeah, because I didn't want it to get
I mean,
spoiled.
it's like a year ago almost, so I mean, it's different
Gosh,
time.
was it?
I
Yeah, it
Really? Was it
was,
a
huh?
year ago now?
It was a
It's
while
like
ago.
It
close.
was a
Yeah, it was a
while.
while ago. I'm probably way off. It was probably yesterday. But anyway, but did you go see that one immediately? Was what I was really getting at.
Yeah, I did because I knew. I mean, that's like another trilogy. That's the end of another trilogy, right? This
Yeah,
this is another reboot, which I'm a little. That's probably what I'm more tired of is the
is the
reboots,
reboots.
right?
Yeah,
It's just like
they
I'm
kind of
not too excited to go see a reboot.
Yeah, they kind of got to though. I mean, at this point, you can't
Hmm.
really. I mean, unless they
Oh,
continue
you're
with
right.
Batfleck.
Yeah, they couldn't
No, you're
because
right.
I was gonna say Ben Affleck and them are cut ties. They're not doing anything with each other anymore.
And
So
and yeah, and
Uh,
just we all knew like just the level of popularity with those movies. It was time to move on.
oh yeah, Batman's
So,
too big
but
to go
like,
down.
so
Him and
I
Spider
haven't
Man.
seen I haven't seen Eternals, and that's been out. Like, I think that's even
the
on Disney.
It's on Disney Plus. Yeah, I haven't
You're
turned it
right.
on
Like,
either.
I
I
haven't even turned
have
that
no
on.
desire to
So,
watch it. There's even like there's supposed to be something in Spider-Man No Way Home that kind of they reference something that happened in Eternals because Eternals technically happened before,
oh, that
but
makes
I
did
sense.
they?
haven't had the interest in going to watch it, and
Yeah.
I wanted to because I like some of the people that are in it, but the whole concept of it has been kind of like
So
whatever.
Yeah.
I saw it. I saw it, and it's a way to pass the time, but it's
Wow.
Hmm.
nothing. It's better than Iron Man 3. I'll give it that. But
I mean,
I mean,
I think we
saying a
just
whole lot for
found
you.
I think we just found a new rating scale. It goes Iron Man 3 is the top of the list, and the bottom of the
it's
list
the
is
worst.
no, just kidding.
Um, I see. I actually heard the opposite because I only talked to one other person in the world. But when I talked to them, they had seen the Batman, and they had said that they actually had compared it to Dark
Oh,
Knight, like
I
a
thought we
lot of
were
people
talking
are
about.
doing.
Sorry, I thought we were talking about Eternals when I said it's
Oh,
a
I thought you were
movie.
talking about the Batman. I thought you like did a
No,
hard turn.
No,
Am
no,
I
no,
the
no.
only
I
I
one?
thought
I thought he did
my
like a
bad,
hard turn to Batman. I was
my
like, okay,
bad.
cool. I'm cool. You
No,
know
my
what? You
bad.
saved me because I didn't want to go down Eternals hallway too long.
But we're done with the Turtles anyways.
yeah.
It doesn't need any more talking. But
Okay, so Eternals better than Iron Man 3 is
better
what you're
than Iron
saying?
Man 3, but still, yeah.
Okay, all right.
You
Not as
can
I
good as
watch
Iron
it
appreciate
and
Man
it.
have
2.
fun.
Yeah, I'll have to go check it out. But anyways, I'm
No,
excited for
not
the
better than
Batman.
Iron
I'm
Man
really
3.
excited for the Batman. I like Robert Pattinson. I like a couple other people that are in the movie. It looks like a really good Batman. It looks a little low. Looks I could be wrong, but it looks lower tech than the Nolan universe,
It is way
uh,
lower tech, yes.
which is good because I'm kind of a little tired of the crazy high tech Batman. But at the same time, it makes sense. So we'll see what happens with that. But I am excited for it. It also I really like. I like the Riddler, so it's really cool that he's in it. Um, I'm not like a huge Riddler fan, but I'm tired of them always trying to do the
I'm
Joker.
tired of
So
Joker as well.
I'm
I'm
just
tired
tired
of
of Joker.
Joker.
Yeah. Um, so I'm excited that we're actually getting a. I know he's not like a villain that's never been on the screen because Jim Carrey played a great Joker as well. Probably a
You mean
completely different
Riddler? You
type
mean
of
Riddler?
Joker.
Riddler.
Riddler. I don't know why I went down the
Yeah,
Joker
see?
path. Riddler.
You
No,
know,
it's
Um,
because you're
Freudian
right.
Joker
We've had
slip.
too many. You're right. I almost said we've had too many dicks. We've had too many Jokers. You're right.
Wait, you know what, Tomas? I agree with you as well. If we want to get down
This
that
is a
path,
family
but
show. This
Well, no, I mean we have Dick Grayson, and there's got to be another
and
Dick
anyways,
what?
in the universe.
but anyways, I like Jim Carrey's Riddler. He was probably the best aspect of Batman Forever. To be in
Whoa,
Yes.
whoa,
my opinion.
whoa.
Like,
Yeah.
what was better?
I mean,
Like,
well, who was better?
Dick
It,
Grayson.
no,
Crystal Donald
no, no. Crystal
as
Yeah.
Donald
Robin?
was not better. No, he
I
wasn't.
would say Crystal Donald. I have nothing against Crystal Donald's
He
Robin. He was
was like
actually
a
fine.
deer
He was
in the
fine.
headlights through most of the
He was
movie.
fine.
He had the
Like
He was
best
better.
line in the whole movie. Holy rusted metal, Batman.
Yeah.
That's the best
All right.
line of the movie.
Case closed.
oh my word.
Batman Forever better than Dark Knight. You heard it here. We'll
Oh,
move. Just kidding. Just
oh.
kidding.
It's
I'm just
better than
kidding.
Dark Knight.
We do not
But
all
not as
support these ideas that are expressed on this show.
not as good as Iron Man 3 though. Not as good as Iron Man 3.
Not as good as Iron Man 3. Okay, I'll give you that. I'll give you that. But anyways, so
No,
go ahead. I'm
go
sorry.
see the Batman. Go see the
Okay.
Batman. You will like it, especially if
Okay.
you like Riddler. You will like it.
So
There
I
are some
wanted you
things,
to.
but
Okay. Yeah. There we go. Sorry. I thought you were gonna leave it there.
no,
What
there
did you
are
think and
some
everything?
things that kind of bothered me about it. I definitely wouldn't say it bothered me to the point where I was like, "Oh, this is terrible." But like there were just moments in it where I was like, "Oh, I wish we didn't do that." You know,
Hmm.
um but all in all, I would not say it's better than any of the Nolans, but
Wow.
I am a lover of the Nolans. I like all of them.
Hmm.
So,
Okay.
but
Yeah.
So my expectations just went way down
I would say
for
it is
sure.
definitely
Yeah, I
on
know, because like the
par.
only one of the Nolans is like really good.
I would say it's definitely on par for
True.
me with the
I mean, they're all good. It's
the
just that I would
second.
say only one of them is like really good.
I would definitely say it's more on par for me with the second Burton one. Was that Return?
Yeah. Batman Returns.
Yeah,
Penguin.
Yeah,
Returns. Okay, Batman Returns.
yeah. And surprisingly, the Penguin's in both of them, so
Yeah, that's
maybe
why.
that's why.
But it's
But
Christopher
no,
Walken in the new one.
Wait,
no.
what?
See?
You remember
It's
Christopher
Christopher Walken.
Walken's the bad guy? He's
Max something.
yeah,
Oh,
he
I know he's in the
owns
first one, but he's not the Penguin. That's what threw me
no,
off.
no, no.
No, I didn't say he
Uh,
was the Penguin. I just said
I,
is he in the new
I.
one?
Oh, he should have been.
no, but
Yeah, exactly.
I can also see
I
why a
don't
lot
know.
of people are really liking this Batman because it is a very different turn than what we've seen of most Batman.
Hmm.
So for
That
that, I
sounds
enjoyed it.
refreshing.
Yeah, I
Now, do
enjoyed
you think
I enjoyed the whole detective aspect of it. I thought that
you?
was fun.
Yeah, I
But
think the director specifically said something about making it a director movie first, a detective movie
hmm
first, and then a Batman movie as well,
yeah,
because it's kind of pulling back to more of the detective roots of Batman, which is sounds good.
yeah,
I was just gonna what I was gonna get at. Do you think you seem to have a very heavy love for the Nolan universe, and
mm,
it did come out at a very, a good time, I think, for all of us, and
mm.
those movies are kind of older now. So I was wondering if maybe nostalgia had a. Do
Oh,
you think nostalgia may have had an effect on like
nostalgia is
what you're
definitely
expecting out of a Batman movie?
nostalgia's definitely jaded me. I won't lie about that.
Okay, all right.
Especially Dark Knight. I mean, it just the you know that a Batman movie can be at this level. And a lot of people are going to say that maybe that it was at this level, but me personally, I didn't think it was at Dark Knight's level.
I've actually heard. Well, that's what I was going to get at with the. I've heard of one other review that did compare it to Dark Knight and actually stated that it was. He didn't want to say it was better, but he definitely said it was on par. Like it was about
Mm.
the same quality as Dark Knight.
I
Uh,
thoroughly enjoyed
Quality
the detective.
or
Yeah, same quality. Like if you like you if you consider Dark Knight to be the best Batman movie, then this
like
is like
so we
right
talking
next to it in quality.
like level of like the quality was made or like entertainment value?
Like good, like
Okay,
how good it is. Like this
gotcha.
is like the next best Batman movie essentially. This is
Oh,
only the
okay.
first of a potential trilogy, I guess they're talking about
Mm.
now.
Of
And
course.
Yeah, I know if it hits they're
ooh,
going to keep it.
I can't say
Yeah.
any more about it because if I do, I'm gonna start spoiling. So
Yeah, that's
I
why I
am
really want to
done.
have a discussion with you, but we'll talk about that
Yeah.
later.
So
Because I know
let's give it a
you're a
just give
Batman
it a
guy.
quick rating.
Yeah, there we go.
The number one spot being Iron Man 3, and then
Yeah,
number
of
2
course.
is Dark Knight, and then the last spot would be X3 The Last Stand.
All right. So is X3 The Last Stand the best or the worst? I'm confused now.
Just
The worst is supposed to be bad. Yeah,
All
is
right.
it the best
So
thing?
I guess it's before X3 The Last Stand. And
I like how
you
Batman
gotta
wanted me to
move
make a
Iron
list.
Man
So
3 a bit because Iron Man 3 shouldn't be where it's at because I would put it above Iron Man 3 too. But if we're getting to like
that's
Dark
good.
Knight territory, me personally, I'm also a Bane lover though. I'd put it behind Dark Knight Rises.
okay.
I don't know if I've ever asked you. Are you a Bane lover, as in you just like Bane the character, or do you like the Dark Knight Rises Bane?
Oh no, I like Bane the character. I've loved
Okay,
him.
not. But
Yeah.
Dark Knight Rises Bane is not that great. Not that
No,
good,
it's
right?
not that Dark Knight Rises Bane is my Bane. Like that's
Okay,
not my
okay.
Bane.
For some reason,
But
I got that impression off you when we were talking about it before. I was like, you really like that Bane that much? It's like he's not that great. I mean, Bane's fine, but that Bane,
I
eh.
I
That
like
one?
it because it's better than the other Bane that we got in his little car.
You mean the fedora? I mean, I
Yeah,
don't
that
know.
one.
Did you
Come
see
He
on,
him
has
man.
a
rocking that
fedora in that
fedora?
one?
Yeah, he's got a
Oh my
fedora.
gosh.
It's
God, I
it's
haven't seen that in a
priceless
minute.
when he's driving around Poison Ivy. It's
No,
priceless.
man, I can't do that. I can't do that.
He's just bouncing around too. He just looks best Bane live
This is
action. Anyways,
the
Yes.
man that broke the bat. Like,
Yeah.
oh man.
I don't think so. Not
anyway,
that
Ah,
not that
it's
one.
some. I don't know why nobody ever made a gif of that one, and I really wish they just had Bane with a fedora bouncing back
Oh,
and
there's
forth
gotta
because that
be.
needs to be a gif. I
no,
keep looking for it. I never seem to find one.
I actually haven't seen much
You
on that movie. Period. Though, if you like,
Yeah.
besides the
Well,
bat
unless
cars.
besides Mr. Freeze, because there's a lot of Mr.
That's
Freeze
true.
because
Yeah,
of his
although
puns.
I will say this real quick before we leave Batman. I was watching something on
We're coming
Screen
back to
Rant.
Batman, so.
I was
But
watching something on
anyways,
I was reading something on Screen Rant uh that I just found these facts really fun. First off, when Patterson had to do the interview for Batman, he
hmm
wore I think it was the Clooney suit with the bat nipples.
okay.
Um so that was
Nice.
what he wore for audition.
Did he buy it
Uh
or did he like
no, they
borrow it?
had it on the set
So he just
and
like
he
walked in and put it on. That
yeah,
shows how much of a
WB
star you are that you can just
yeah.
like do that.
Well,
Because if anybody else attempted to do that, they'd be like, "No, get out of here." But
I think
he,
WB wanted to see him in it, so they had it
oh,
on
okay.
set. Um,
Yeah, I have nothing
but yeah,
against him. He's a great actor, but
but
it's
yeah,
just
I thought
he's huge.
yeah. And then the other thing that I thought was hilarious, and I'm curious if it was because the guy loves the actor or the guy loves to smoke, is oh man, now I can't remember his name. Oh boy, the guy who played Penguin, mm, in
DeVito.
Bruges.
Oh
No,
wait, the
in
new one?
Bruges. Yeah.
I don't know.
Hold
Yeah,
on.
you gotta do your research, man.
Come on. Colin Farrell.
There we go. Yeah.
Oh,
Colin
oh
Farrell who plays Penguin.
man, that was
hmm
a long way to get there. You
Yeah,
did
it
the
was a
In
long way to
Bruges
get there.
reference.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because that was the only
nice.
thing I could think of in my head. But anyways, he had several big arguments with WB because he wanted his Penguin character to be smoking a cigar. Because he was like, I
Does
guess
it?
that's the
Doesn't
way
he?
the character is always
Smokes a
portrayed.
cigarette
Yeah.
usually, yeah, and like the
Oh yeah,
Well, in
that
cocktails
the
like
new
long
ones,
cigarette.
or
yeah,
yeah,
it
he
is a
has the
long
long one in
cigarette.
the old ones, but I think he has in the new ones he has like a cigar, doesn't he?
He probably does. I mean, he's supposed to be a gangster. It makes sense if they did
Yeah.
that.
But yeah, so I mean, there are just some really interesting things to see, like how much some of these stars liked it so much. I didn't know that Patterson really liked Batman that much. Like he really wanted this. Like
That's
he
cool.
really wanted this, apparently.
That
Oh,
you
So
yeah.
know
I
usually
mean, good
makes
for him.
yeah,
hmm
that usually makes for a better performance.
yeah,
You'd
it
think.
does.
Yeah. I have no issue. Yeah, I'm excited to see it and go check it out. We're definitely gonna do something on it. I think I'm gonna try to pull
Mhm.
these guys' legs and see if we can get something going for on the Batman because that's a big one, and I know we're all big Bat fans. So we'll move on though. We do have a new Star Wars thing that popped today. Tomas swears it was on Disney Plus longer, but I don't know. I don't know if I believe him. But from what I've seen, we had a trailer for the Obi-Wan Kenobi show, a six-parter. I think it's a six-parter miniseries on Disney Plus. We had our trailer today. So, what did you guys think? Did you guys both watch it? I know Kyle did, but I'm not sure about Tomas.
Yeah,
Did
I
you guys
saw it.
watch the trailer? You saw
I
it?
saw it.
What did you guys think?
I thought it looked interesting. That's the Brotherhood or the guys with the Inquisitors, right? That's the Inquisitors that they have in the
Yeah, it's the
preview,
main
right?
Inquisitor from Rebels. Season 1, I think. He was
So
like a
this
big
is what
deal.
confused me. Weren't the Inquisitors taken down by the time? Like
So Rebels
I'm so
is
confused in the
taking place,
timeline now.
yes, is taking place at the birth of the rebellion. So it would make sense that he would be around at this time. The Inquisitors were created uh, by Darth Vader to hunt down the last of the Jedi.
hmm
So
And that
at this time, Obi-Wan would be one of the last Jedi that they're hunting
yeah.
down.
So are they
So I guess we're
looking for
getting an idea.
Obi-Wan or are they looking for other Jedi and
They're looking
Obi-Wan
for
gets
Jedi in
involved?
general, and
That's what
Obi-Wan
I
is
thought.
probably one of them they're looking for.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah,
thought.
they probably could, like can confirm like, hey, no one's ever killed Obi-Wan. There's no confirmed death or whatever. So
I mean, honestly though, this is kind of the thing that gets me sometimes. It's like if Obi-Wan, if you're hunting Obi-Wan, you got to know your inquisitors ain't going to be able to do it. Like there's no way.
why not?
Yeah.
There's no way the Inquisitor could win against Obi-Wan. Anakin himself
What?
came
Because
to
he was
To
a
be
general.
a
fair,
draw.
to be fair, in the trailer, I don't think we ever saw him. It didn't. I don't know. We don't know if he is
Yeah,
specifically
I'm
hunting
just saying.
Obi-Wan.
I'm just saying, if you're hunting Obi-Wan, you better use better than
I mean, for
Inquisitors.
all we know, he could
Like,
be hunting a different Jedi, and Obi-Wan went to go help them.
yeah.
So we don't. We just don't
That would
know.
be sweet.
hunt-
That would be cool.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah. So
But
that
hunting
they kind of like.
Obi-Wan,
just I'm calling it now. There's got to be a Yoda cameo. There has to be.
Yeah, I hope so. And there's also talks of Hayden Christensen returning to reprise his role.
Well,
In
he's
some
already on the
regards.
cast. It's like he's
Oh
already
Exactly.
yeah,
on the
So
bill, so you know he's going to be
we're
there.
is
ge-
he? So
But
he's
we're wondering
Vader.
if we're
Of
wondering
course,
if
who else
he's
is he
if
going to
it's
be?
going to be. People have been wondering if it's going to be a flashback to the
Yeah,
Clone Wars
Oh,
or something along those
yeah.
lines
Don't
instead.
do
So we
that.
don't know.
of
Don't do
course,
that.
me, Kyle. Don't you? Of course, me. See, there's plenty of other options here.
Fair enough. You got
So
you got me on that one. You got me.
we'll
You're right.
see. I would check out the trailer if you like Star Wars. It looks really cool. Yeah. So
Yeah,
do you
the
guys
one
want to
thing
say
I
anything
thought
else
was
about it?
cool was that they use at least they try to like even with like Boba Fett, they use the same actors, right? Obviously, if you don't have Ewan McGregor, you're not
Yeah.
gonna have a show. But
Yeah.
like
Well,
the guy that
even
plays
McGregor's been
Luke's uncle, right? Like that's the
Lars.
same actor
Yeah.
they got um,
For Phantom Menace.
for Revenge of the Sith.
Oh really?
Oh yeah,
No,
why he's not Phantom Menace? What am I talking about? Yeah, Revenge of the Sith. Yeah, that makes
Phantom
sense. I
Menace.
didn't know they got. I actually didn't really think about it, but that does look like the same guy. I assumed it was somebody else, but it's probably some guy.
I mean, I guess I
That's
could
good though.
fact check it, but it looked like the same dude.
It looked
So
like him, so it's very
which
possible.
which I appreciate, right? Like that helps
Hmm.
a lot with
It does.
continuity. So
It
they're
helps.
doing really
I
good.
think it helps to an extent. While I do say that in never mind. I'm not gonna go down that route now because we don't want to do a spoiler. We'll definitely do a spoiler one on Boba Fett, something about Boba Fett, but Kyle's working his way to finish it, so we're gonna hold off on that till he
Yeah,
finishes
I've
it.
it got
already
really
ruined that.
exciting.
I've already ruined enough
Yeah,
of that for Kyle. Let's not.
yeah.
It
Let's
got
not
really
keep
So we'll come
exciting
going.
with
back
the
later.
episode that has no Boba Fett.
I know. I wholeheartedly agree. Turned around the show entirely. Take out that guy, and we got a great show.
And then it's
We
just
probably should call it like the Mandalorian or something, and just move on.
yeah, Mandalorian season 3 maybe. You just
Yeah, just
do
do
that
that. But anyways, all right. I think we're done with Boba Fett. I mean Obi-Wan. Yeah, we're done with Boba Fett for sure. But now we're on Obi-Wan.
for sure.
Uh, we're leaving Star Wars. We're leaving the Star War, and we're gonna do some spoilers on Spider-Man: No Way Home because we finally all watched it. So for some reason you have missed it, what are you
It's
doing with
been out for a
yourself?
minute.
Go watch. Go watch Spider-Man.
Go watch it, but we are going to spoil at
But
this
we are going to
moment. So
spoil it. So I guess the last person to finally watch it was Tomas, and I'm guessing he watched the most recent as well. So where did you watch it, number one, so I can go try to watch it as well? Or did you rent it?
Actually, it was still in Harkins as of 2
Oh, you
weeks
saw it in
ago.
theaters?
Yeah.
yeah, that makes sense.
Oh,
So
That's
that's
crazy,
was
I
still
but
didn't
in
know it's still in
Harkins 2
theaters.
weeks
I don't
ago.
look at theaters
So
unless I want to see a movie, so I didn't realize it was still there.
well,
That's cool.
it was fun. Although, man, dude, there was. I'm I am fine if you bring a kid to a Spider-Man movie. That's understandable.
Oh God, don't
right.
remind me. I just got Batman tickets, and my
Uh,
last theater experience was there was kids in the
Oh my
audience, and I was
gosh,
he
not
you
was
happy.
guys.
running up and down the aisle, dude. Like
I'm an old
I
man, all
Yeah, he's a
right, Kyle.
kid.
I'm an old
well, that's
man.
All
fine.
right.
That's fine. He's a kid, but come on, you got to make your kid sit at some point. He can't keep running down the
Oh,
aisle
I don't
being
know,
like,
man.
"Do it, do it,
I
do
don't
it."
know. If once you have kids,
Swear.
say either way.
There's got to be some kind of rate. I mean, this is midnight number 1 on a Sunday. No, I'm doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm done.
Midnight?
I'm done.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it was like around midnight. We went to
Oh,
like the 10 o'clock showing on a Sunday,
okay.
and there's a
All
little
right, I'll give you
ki-
that. That's a little late.
kid, yeah, running around
So you did
screaming,
kind
"Do
of do
it!"
your due diligence to avoid, you know, minors being in the theater, but you still end up with a minor in the theater.
Yeah,
It's
but yeah,
rough. I get it. I'm on
yeah.
your
Doesn't
side. I
Harkins
understand
have a
entirely.
daycare too?
Yeah, they
They
do.
do. They
They
really
have a
do. I
built-in
think you have to
daycare.
pay for it though. I don't know if it's no. Do you? I don't think you do
I
actually.
don't think you
Well,
do. I
it's
don't
either
know
that or
though.
you pay for a ticket, right?
Yeah, it's either that or pay for a ticket.
Anyways,
But it's Spider Man. It's one of those things,
well,
Kyle. You'd probably take your kid to see Spider Man. I mean, not
which
that
Yeah.
I'm
they're in
fine
right
with, but
now,
I
but
don't think Kyle would let his kid run up and down the aisle screaming "Do it" either.
Uh, dude, I don't know, man.
yeah, it's hard. I get
It's
it.
sometimes you just gotta let them go. You don't care anymore.
Basically, that family went to that movie to get a break from their kid and let somebody
Yeah.
else deal with them for a little bit.
Yeah, you're exactly right. It
Anyways,
was like a
so
babysitter almost.
I
Yeah,
think it kind of jaded a bit of the experience for me.
yeah, that makes sense.
Um,
It
so
didn't help with Black Widow for me as well, which
yeah,
bugged me.
so
But
I don't
Mm.
think that I have quite the same love of the movie that you guys will. I found it to be fun, definitely above Iron Man 3. Uh,
As far as trilogy
uh,
goes, I'll give you that.
yeah, but
it's the
there
bar.
were
As long as it's better than
I
Spider Man 3, we're good.
I
You dipping under
I
that, you get out of here.
I wanted more
I mean, Iron
Willem
Man 3.
Dafoe,
You wanted
and
more?
I wanted more Jamie Foxx, and I wanted less Doc Ock and less
Really?
Sandman,
I feel like they're all
and
in
There wasn't much
pretty
Sandman.
equally legally. Yeah, there
I
wasn't much
want
Sandman.
more of those two, especially because I mean, man, just the acting of Willem and Jamie were just I loved when they were on scene. They brought me into it. And I don't know, granted, if the kid was throwing me out, he might have, but
Throwing you out.
just every time Doc
Oh,
Ock
what's
got on the
Spider Man?
screen, I was just kind of like, I'm tired of listening to you. I don't care. I'm not interested. I don't know. I don't know why. I just didn't like the villain number. I thought they could have done the same movie with just Jamie Foxx and Defoe, and it would have been amazing. But
Yeah, you're probably right. I'll give you that.
I
I
mean,
liked Doc
I
Ock though.
yeah,
yeah, I know a lot of people did.
I felt
So
that it was. I mean, that was all fine. You weren't going to get. This wasn't their movie. This was
yeah.
like. This was a combination movie. This was really a just a spider. It's more about Spider Man than anything else.
Well, yeah, but they're all
Obviously,
about Spider-Man.
yeah, but this
It's
is
just the
different because they're
villain
really
in this.
pulling these villains from other movies.
Yeah,
I
there
mean,
was no
they're not going
his
to get their real.
villain.
They're not really going to get their time to shine in
Yeah,
this
but I
movie
felt like
as much.
I
But
don't
I feel
know.
like a lot of I feel like a lot of them got their redemption because, like you said, with Jamie Foxx. Because I actually
Yeah.
watched The Amazing Spider-Man before I saw this, and I actually really liked The
Oh.
Amazing Spider-Man 2. And I was actually I looked to my family and I was like, why do people hate this one so much? I just don't get it.
See, I
It's a
Because
haven't
the
really
seen
first
good
that
one was
one.
movie.
bunk. The first one
The
was
So
first
bunk.
one was bad, but I feel like the second. Well, I feel like the first one wasn't that bad. It was just
No,
kind of
and
no,
like
no.
less Lizard Man.
really
Sorry.
retelling
Yep.
uh the
The
whole
lizard.
origin story again, which I get is getting a little dry. But I feel like the second one's pretty good, and I really
True.
liked. Okay, so I was gonna ask, what is your favorite Spider-Man out of the three? Because we had them all three in this movie, and maybe it might be different than your favorite Spider-Man in general. In this particular movie, which was your favorite Spider-Man? Because they're all three in it. If you didn't know that,
Oh.
I mean,
In this,
spoilers.
okay.
Yeah, in this one, these are three theatrical
Tom
Spider-Man
Holland.
that we've dealt with. What was your favorite Spider-Man? It sounds like Tomas was ready to dive in for Tom Holland.
Tom Holland.
Was it just across the board Tom Holland,
Yeah.
or maybe this? Okay, across the board Tom Holland.
I mean, there
Okay.
were moments that I liked the Amazing Spider-Man guy.
Andrew Garfield.
Yes, but honestly, I I like Toby Maguire being in there, but I didn't understand the whole whoa. I was
Did
not
you not
blown
like the
away.
original Spider movies? Like the
Please.
regular Spider? What?
The first one's
What?
good. The first one's good. After that, they're just yeah, I know. I know. I
What?
know. Hate me. Hate
I
me. Go for it.
what?
He's
Oh,
stunned.
what?
I like the
I'm
first one. The first one's amazing, but
I
after
mean,
that,
most people would. Okay, the reason that's confusing is like most people are like the second one's the best,
uh-uh, no,
but you
For
just like after the first one. No,
yeah,
this is
first one's the
the
best.
original Spider-Man movie, Spider-Man,
Yeah,
yeah,
Tobey Maguire
Tobey
universe.
that yeah,
Maguire's.
you
Yeah,
you know number two is the most regarded, like the highest
yeah,
Yeah,
regarded of
that
the,
is like
but you don't like
do
it?
people
without it.
considered. People
Mm-mm.
considered Spider-Man 2 to be like the pinnacle of Superman superhero movies. Like
Yeah, I
every
know.
superhero movie after that is
Yeah,
basically trying to be as
and
good as Spider-Man 2.
Yeah,
and by the way,
and
I watched
it's
that
a
one.
lot of and it's a
I
lot of
rewatched that one.
Spider-Man one
It's really
again.
good too. It still holds up. The CG is
It
kind
still
of
holds
wank,
up.
but it's still great though.
It's a lot of
Yeah,
Spider-Man
but the
one
acting's
though.
really good.
It's
Oh
What do you
just
god,
mean?
it is. Yes.
What do you
it's just
mean?
a lot of Spider-Man one again.
No,
It's just
it's
the same
oh
plot again. It doesn't change. It's not interesting. Yeah,
anyways,
Um,
Kyle, can you what's your favorite Spider-Man?
no, it
I'm
progresses.
sorry.
It's James Franco is trying to kill him now.
Yeah, there's like so
Uh,
much in that
so,
movie.
oh, man,
That didn't make any sense. The James Franco part didn't make any sense. That the butler kept that hidden for that long. That didn't make any sense.
oh, it makes sense.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah,
Why
no,
did
it
he
does.
just tell him a week later?
Because
Anyways, sounds like we
that's
need a
not
whole
what butlers
podcast on
do.
Spider-Man 2 now.
That's what butlers do, man.
All
Just
I
right.
like in Batman. He just withholds information until it's convenient.
which is true. After this movie, it's going to be real hard for me to use that argument, but I'm still going to stand on it.
Anyways, back to the original question,
Okay,
Kyle.
my
Which
favorite.
Spider-Man is your favorite, and does it change after this movie? Is what I'm
Yeah,
getting at.
from this movie, I mean, obviously it was Tom Holland's movie and like the finishing of that
Yeah, of course.
trilogy.
Hmm.
So I'll give him credit, but I actually grew to like Andrew Garfield more after just not liking the Amazing Spider-Man movies before, and because he got like a little redemption, and it was like a sweet moment when he
Yeah, it
saves
was
Mary Jane in this one,
Mary Jane, MJ.
and
Yeah, I
or MJ,
go ahead.
yeah,
Go on.
don't call her that, whatever, yeah, blah blah blah. You
Yeah,
have an attitude, we get it.
I got you.
Um,
Hmm.
but yeah, like that was like such a sweet moment, and it made me like him more.
Hmm.
And I always say that Toby Maguire is my Spider-Man, but it was so fun that they were all just together and they all
Yeah,
talking about like their powers. But I actually grew to like Andrew Garfield most, so that changed because Toby's always been my favorite.
I've
So yeah,
I've
it
always
did
loved
change.
Toby as well. Yeah, but actually, I think I've kind of liked Andrew Garfield as my favorite Spider-Man in general before this movie, but this movie kind of concreted that. Always funny.
Nice.
I his movies weren't that great as the other ones. I feel like Spider-Man 2 is actually really good. Amazing Spider-Man 2. Uh, but still not as good as Spider-Man and Spider-Man 2 from Toby's movies.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But I think him as a Spider-Man is a better Spider-Man. I think he does a better Spider-Man with the tech stuff and everything like that, and the creating his own web shooters and his
Right.
attitude, like his one-liners in Amazing Spider-Man and in Amazing Spider-Man 2 are really good. Even if you don't like the movies, his one-liners are really good.
Yeah,
He
he
really
got that
got
part
that
down
one-liner.
for
Yeah,
sure. I'll give you that.
yeah, and in No Way Home, I really like how he was like the one that tied them together. Like he was the one that was like, I love you guys. We're all like the same person. It was it was really cool. I thought he was really cool like that, and Toby was great too. But I think I agree with you on Andrew Garfield for sure.
Yeah, I love
Uh,
when they're talking about the webs and they're like,
That was
yeah.
"Where
fun. Yeah.
it comes out of you?"
Does it come out of any part of you or just?
I loved that.
Yeah, that was good.
Uh, Uh, I loved that. Do you think so? There's been a lot of talk about rebooting, or not rebooting, but essentially giving the other two Spider-Men closing arc movies, or just another movie in general. Do you think this would? Do you think this makes them
Hmm.
deserve that? Do we deserve to get an Andrew Garfield movie, another one? Do we deserve to get another Toby movie?
Well, here's my
There's even
question.
like a lot of people talking about a Toby movie, kind of like Logan, where it's like a more
Ooh,
older style of
wow.
Spider-Man.
Oh,
I didn't think
Uh,
about that. Yeah, go
So
ahead,
what do you guys
Tomas.
what would you guys think about that? Yeah.
Just here's my thing with Toby. He has a really punchable face, and it annoys me.
Oh my gosh.
Like he does.
I
He
think that's
annoys.
the weirdest criticism.
He annoys. No, honestly, but no, honestly, the thing with Toby is when I was watching it, and maybe it's because I remember growing up seeing those Spider-Men.
Uh-huh.
I I felt like it was kind of like asking uh uh asking one of the former Batmen to reprise their role. Like
Well, they're
it's
doing that.
just no way.
Yeah, it's already been there's been like pictures with Michael Keaton on
No
like
way.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
As you've really not heard about this? There's been pictures of Michael Keaton reprising his role.
I'm done.
Potentially in the new Flash
Nope.
movie and then also possibly
Yeah.
Batgirl.
That's like
Well, no,
that's been
because
confirmed.
Flash is traveling to his time period. He's not getting a whole movie.
No, he's not getting his own movie, but he's popping up
Yeah.
places.
Yeah, no, but that's what
As
I'm
far as
saying
I
with the
know, I mean, he
Toby.
might.
That's what I'm saying with the Toby thing. I'm fine with Toby popping up in this, but to me, that's like Michael Keaton getting another movie. I just,
Or like his own movie.
yeah, I just feel
Dude,
like
don't tell
the
me you
torch is
wouldn't like
passed.
Michael Keaton as the older Batman in a Batman Beyond movie.
I
Don't tell me
would.
you wouldn't want that. That sounds amazing to me.
Yeah, that sounds pretty good.
Nah, Michael Keaton.
Yeah, out of all the Batman, I think he could easily play that part the
I don't know.
best.
Christian Bale does play a grumpy man probably
Ugh.
the best.
I don't want. You just got
That's
me thinking about
exactly what he
Christian Bale
was.
doing his
That's
Batman
exactly what he
voice
was.
to Batman Beyond. Let me tell you.
Where's your father?
Oh my god, that is. I was gonna get to that later. We're gonna get to that later. Anyways, I don't think Christian Bale could do it. That's just me.
No,
I
I'm joking.
mean, he probably could.
but-
He's a good actor. He probably could do it in some regard. But I think Michael.
No,
Keaton's the
I don't know. And maybe it's because I'm getting tired of the whole reboot thing. But I want it
Yeah,
to move
see?
on.
That's what I said earlier.
Okay. Yeah, that's
But
very
what about
that's a
what
very
about
valid
Garfield?
reason. Yeah. What about
Huh?
Garfield though? Does Garfield
Andrew
deserve
Garfield.
a third? Yeah.
Garfield, yeah.
Oh, Andrew Garfield. I thought you
yeah,
guys were talking about
Bill
the
Murray.
cat for some reason.
Bill Murray
What?
comes
Yeah,
back.
Bill Murray
Oh, my
reprising his
word.
role in the third Garfield movie.
Yeah, I was like, wait, what?
Taking a left turn.
Andrew Garfield. Yeah, I don't think that I would be so opposed to that. The thing is, I never saw his Spider-Man to begin with.
You
So
haven't
Really?
seen those? Oh my gosh.
Mm-mm.
You got
remember,
dude.
I
Second one's
got
way
so
better, but
turned
This-
off. I
this
got
is
so
called
turned off
nerd
after
BS.
the third Toby.
This is called
I
nerd
got
BS. You need
I got
you,
so
you don't have a
turned off after
choice.
the third Toby.
It doesn't matter.
No, yeah, dude.
You got
There's
turned
no ch-
off
you-
after Toby?
Yeah, after the
It
third
wasn't that
Toby, man,
bad.
I was just done. Oh yeah, it was.
It wasn't that bad.
And fucking dancing in the streets.
Yeah.
First of all, that was the
it's
third
fun.
one.
Like
Second
a
of all,
Yeah.
that movie was not as bad as you think it
hillbilly.
is. Actually,
It's
it actually
terrible.
has a lot of decent points in that movie.
Oh,
not
There's
bad.
a
I
lot of good
couldn't.
stuff in that movie.
I
You're
still can't
exaggerating.
stand it. I've seen it recently. I don't like it. I don't like it.
You watched it again? Why would you watch it again? Like I know
Because
we're trying
Imogen
watched
wanted to
to
see them all
I
again.
know
I
we're trying
enjoyed
to
it. I thought it was
defend it,
fine.
but
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah.
gonna watch
Because
it again.
Imogen wanted to see them all again, so I watched them again with her.
Yeah. I watched them again, and I actually liked the third one more than I thought I would. I thought it was actually really good up to a certain point, but that's beyond the thing. Okay, so
when they went villain crazy again.
yeah, it's still got a lot of good stuff in that movie. But we need to have a discussion about that. If not, we were going to talk about the Spider-Man cast. Moving on. Okay, so anything else you guys want to talk about No Way Home before we move on?
Mm-hmm.
Was
Spoilers
Strange
allowed.
necessary?
Yeah,
Yes.
I think so. I mean, just the
How else
whole
would they
reason
open up the
did.
universe?
Yeah.
No, I know, but what I'm saying is
I don't know a
like,
lot about Spider-Man, but that's not Spider-Man's powers. He can't do that.
no, I know. What I'm saying is like, it just, I feel like, I don't know. I kind of feel like he was kind of shoehorned in sometimes.
Well, they needed. I mean, okay, they needed that counter character, like the foil
Yeah.
almost for
Yeah.
the Iron Man, the lack of Iron Man, which was
But why does
the
he?
strong,
But why does
confident
he?
adult versus
Sorry.
the young
That's
brash
But
teen,
see,
right? They needed that.
Uh,
but
So
see, to me,
I will say, Tomas, that has been my biggest issue with the Tom Holland Spider-Man is I've never really felt like Spider-Man has been Spider-Man. He's always been kind of like the Spider-Man, but he always has to have adult supervision
mm,
because he always seems to have somebody that's there to be his mentor, which is why I'm
mm,
really hoping this next Spider-Man, because I'm making another one, it does sound like he may get his own like time to shine on his own without having like a mentor constantly over him. So I do see where you're coming from in that regard,
yeah,
but I do understand why
that's
he's there though.
yeah, that's just what I'm saying, Kyle. Is that like to me, it was just kind of like by the third movie, do you still need that overshadowing? Like it
yes,
just, I don't know.
yes,
Fair enough.
That's
Fair
how
enough.
the character was made.
And that's fine. That's I think it's been part of the reason I've had a hard time like really attaching uh to him as much as the other ones, as
Mm,
he hasn't really felt like his own hero as much
Yeah,
as just overshadowed
my wife seems to
personally.
like it though, because she's like, wait, he's gonna be in the what's that other one he's gonna be in with the Marky Mark?
Mo-
Uncharted.
oh
oh
She's
yeah,
like,
yeah,
the
the
let's we should
Uncharted,
go
Uncharted
see
Uncharted.
movie.
that. Tom Holland's in that. I'm like, oh, I get it. I get it. We're gonna see that movie, but not for the reason you want to. But we're still gonna see it.
Well, I hope it's good. I hope it's good. I've heard it's a decent movie, the Uncharted movie. I've heard
Uh,
it's like a good action movie.
is it
That's what
out?
I've heard. Yeah, I
Oh
think
my
so,
gosh.
right?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
I'm
I
pretty sure
believe
it
it
is.
is. I
Alan,
don't know though.
apparently you're the only one that keeps up with anything
Yeah,
anymore.
dude,
Apparently.
you keep
I
up
haven't
Uh,
way
seen
more
it,
than
but
I do.
I did know it came out. Uh,
Let me say
because
one
I
thing
know
about
somebody
Spider-Man
I know two people have seen it. Go
before
for
we
it.
move
What do you got?
on. I
Yeah.
would actually love if they did another Andrew Garfield movie. I
I
would
think he
love if they
deserves
did.
it.
We don't need. You
Mainly,
can put Toby in there if you want, like Tomas was
yeah.
Yeah.
saying, like as a
Hmm.
cameo. That's fine. But
Mm.
I think because of this, Andrew Garfield should get one. I don't know if he's deserving, but I think they should do it because it'd be good. It'd be good for
I
business.
think yeah,
Mm.
and I think it's hard for me to say he deserves it because the dude's doing fine, but
Mm.
it
Exactly.
is. I don't know if you guys have heard like how he was going to be in the MCU, and then Disney basically said no, we want a high school Spider-Man, and so that's why Tom Holland got found. That's a
No, I
thing that
didn't
happened.
actually know
So,
that.
but he basically got kicked out before even getting in. So it's kind of sucks, but I mean
Right.
he's doing fine. It's not like he needs it, but it would be cool
Mm.
to see him again. So I agree.
Yep.
Uh, but anyways, I think we're done with our Spider-Man. It sounds like we need to have another discussion about the Tobey Maguire trilogy, but we'll have to come back to that later. For now, we'll move
Man,
on to
I'm not
video
watching them
games.
again. I'm
We're
not
doing it.
watching them again.
We're gonna do watch
I'll
them.
Uh,
watch the first one again. I'll watch the first one
The
again.
second
I
one's so
watched the
much better
second
though. For
one.
picking
It's
No,
so
it's
one.
much
not.
The
better.
second one's
You
way
just said
better.
it's the same
No,
thing, but it's better.
Yeah.
the
So why
first
do you
one's
care?
better. I like the
Oh,
first one better.
because he likes Defoe. Remember, he doesn't like Doc Ock. I
Defoe's
forgot.
fine. I have nothing wrong with Defoe, but second one's still better.
Yeah, it is
I
better.
I felt like it. Anyways, it's all right.
You add Bruce
Anyways,
Campbell's in it.
yeah, he's in all three of them.
Is he
You know, he
really?
was supposed to be Mysterio. Yeah, he was supposed to be Mysterio.
Yeah, I
Oh
heard something
gosh.
about
The
that.
Okay.
next
Well,
Spider-Man movie, he was going to be Mysterio. But
Yeah, I
anyways,
do remember
they
it's
need
saying
look
that.
then
it
they
up. It's
yep.
actually pretty cool.
Then they need to do number 4. Then I take it all back.
No, they don't. They can
They need
stop
to.
with the bad
Nope.
venom.
Nope.
Ugh.
You know, because if you remember in for all three movies, he's a different character, and so that was supposed to be like the thing. So he was supposed to be Mysterio, so he was
See,
And
constantly
they
he
being
should have
knew
just
who
done
he was, huh?
Mysterio for. They
yeah.
should have just done Mysterio for the next movie instead of doing the whole thing with the next Goblin and everything. That was just ridiculous.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyways,
No, you're
we're
right on that
moving on
part. Yeah. Let's move
to
on.
video games. We've been on this one for a while. We're going to video games, and we're going to go back to Tomas because he's the one who's actually played it. I've seen a lot of videos of it. It looks really cool. I keep wanting to grab it, but then I say it's Souls-like, and I go, you know what? I don't want to play a hard game, but I still want to grab it. Sometimes I'm hoping it goes on sale, and maybe I'll grab it one of these days. Elden Ring. Everybody's been talking about it. It's all over the internet. I've even posted some videos on our Discord because they're just funny.
Yeah, they
But
are.
Hmm.
what are you thinking? What are you thinking, Tomas? I think you're the only one who's
I
played it. So
personally, if you like a Souls if you like Souls games in the past, this to me is probably their best work. Um,
Really
it's it's
awesome. That's good.
it's really good. They've done a great job of taking things from previous games, working them in. Uh, it The story is a little convoluted, but feels to me at least a little easier to follow than the other ones.
Yeah,
Uh,
those stories have always been like, what are you trying to tell me? I have no what is
yeah.
I have no idea what's happening.
Um, and the open world is just great. It's beautiful. It's expansive. It's original. You're not just moving from tower to tower.
Mm, mhm.
Uh, like you're literally exploring the world and just coming across stuff like, oh, what's this? I'm just gonna go in this cave. What's in here? You know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
um, the one thing, like Alan, if it was based off the open world alone, I would tell you, get it, you'll have fun, I'll play with you, we'll have a good time. The thing
That's what I'm
is
planning on
is
doing.
is there are these dungeon areas where you face like the big bosses, and I've done two of them so far, and the first one was grueling. Like it was definitely Dark Souls, and there were points, man, where I was kind of like, this is more than Dark Souls. This is stupid. Like, um, but I did manage to beat it. So, so that's what I'm saying, Alan, is like there are times where I'm like, oh, this is so easy. This isn't Dark Souls. Anyone could play this. And then I get in those dungeons and I'm almost gonna throw my controller at my TV, and I'm like, no, Alan wouldn't like this. Like, so I'm sorry, dude. I wish I could just tell
Think
you it's the
about Alan a
best
lot
game
when
you'll
you're
ever
playing
play.
Elden Ring.
But
Yeah,
I'll
a lot of people
always,
think about me a lot. I
you
know.
know, gotta
I
keep him
imagine
on the
everybody just
mind.
thinks about me when I'm not around.
Have a little picture of him in
That
the
is how
corner
the
of my
world works.
TV. Just,
It's good. I should just like hand out some pictures every year. It's a new updated one of my
just
thinning
remember me.
hair.
Remember me. Remember me.
Remember me? just just remember me at the
Yeah.
bottom of it. Anyways, okay, yeah, it's kind of where I've get left. I have seen some things like where people are like, "Oh, well, you could basically just grind most of the time. You can grind and go back and have no problem,
Yeah.
or just get the right cheesy weapon and or item or something, and then you could just kind of plow through stuff." And so I think about it, but I'm like at the same time, it's like I'm gonna get this game. I'm gonna pay $60. I'm gonna put it at my PS5. I'm gonna get frustrated and never looking at it again.
Yeah.
It's
Like,
Yeah,
just
and
a
the thing
waste of
he
money.
might. He might do that.
like you
Yeah.
can grind, but I don't know, at least for me, I'm constantly at the edge of my visible map. Like I want to go to the next part. And so I don't like grinding. I'm always just trying to push
Yeah.
forward.
Yeah.
So I mean, I guess you could grind, but yeah, I don't know why you would.
Yeah. So I'm
I mean,
so
if
it
you
sounds like you're
yeah, if you
excited
wanted a
for Elden
weapon or
Ring, Kyle.
something.
So
Yeah,
are
it's true.
you ready to dive in whenever you get a chance?
Oh yeah, I've been meaning to. So here's what happened. Okay, I bought a really expensive Sega Saturn game,
Uh-huh.
and I intend to play it. And so my son was sleeping on the couch. The game I had tested the game to make sure it works because it was very pricey, and so it was in the console, and my kid was sleeping. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna turn that game on because it's already in there. I have Elden Ring. I just haven't even opened it. So I turn that console on.
Mm.
I get like 3 minutes in. I'm like, this is cool. This is fun. And my kid wakes up screaming, unconsolable, won't stop crying, like one of those
Oh,
like wake ups where it's just like throwing a fit,
Yeah.
like. And I was like, oh, I
mm.
guess okay. No, I'm not playing video games. That was my attempt at playing a video game this week. So I've been
Uh,
ready.
Uh,
And just so you know, Alan, if you play with Tomas, I don't know if Imogen's playing with you on this one,
yeah,
Tomas.
she
But
is.
those two together, like they'll just carry you for a good amount of the way. You get started, you'll get rolling, and you can. It's actually a lot more fun when you play with them, in my opinion, because they
yeah,
were getting me through
I
the remastered Dark Souls a while ago, and then when they
Yeah,
left, like
actually,
then I tried to play on my own. I was like, oh, they got me a good way, and I was like, oh, they got to come back. I need you back.
there were There were a couple times there before Elden Ring first came out that Imogen was like, "Is Kyle ever gonna get back on?" I was like, "He had a baby again. It's probably being the
Yeah.
daddy." Like,
Yeah, I tried, man. I really tried. It was a lot of fun, but it just didn't happen.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, the
So,
reason
yeah.
I can't grab it is because I also grabbed Destiny 2,
Oh,
which came
yeah.
out,
Look at that
Witch Queen.
transition.
Yeah.
I know, it's pretty slick. And now that you've mentioned it, though, now it's just ruined.
No,
Anyways,
that's
sorry.
part of it. I have
But
to ruin
anyways,
it.
yeah.
That way you
But
know it
anyway,
was good.
so I haven't played Destiny since Destiny 1, and I've been a PlayStation exclusive guy since Xbox 360. Ever since I switched to PS3, I haven't gone back. Uh, but so I don't have Halo anymore, and so I started playing Destiny 1 mainly because of that. And I actually did almost everything in Destiny 1, and then Destiny 2 came out, and I didn't go do it because I heard about all the terrible microtransaction stuff. So
Mm,
Destiny 2's been out for like 6 years now, I think, at this point. And that's just a live service at this point where they just keep adding content to it.
mm-hmm,
And so they just released The Witch Queen, which a lot of reviewers have been posting as like the best addition to Destiny ever. So
Mm.
they've been updating a lot of the stuff, and the story itself has been very interesting, especially for someone like me who literally started playing Destiny 2 like 2 days before Witch Queen came out. Uh, and so I played
wow,
with some
that's cool. Good
friends,
timing.
and then I was just like, "Screw it, I'll pre-order the next one," and so I did, and so I've been just in the next expansion, and so I've been playing that, and I've been having a really good time with it. The story's been really fun. If you like Halo, you'll definitely like it. This has actually been a game I've always been like wondering why Tomas never got it because I know he
Yeah.
used to like Halo, and then he switched to PlayStation as well, like I did, and he never seemed to get into Destiny, which I was it's it's
No,
very
here's the
similar to
thing.
Halo, except for with like
Like,
leveling. It's like Halo and Borderlands had a baby.
yeah, like I was
Hmm,
always close to getting
that's a good way to
Destiny,
think about it.
and because recently I've been having to kind of be a little more sparing with my money, and so I'd be close to getting
Yeah,
Destiny,
right
and
now
then
it's nuts.
something would come out that I wanted, and I'd be like, "Oh, okay, I'll get Destiny later."
Well,
And then
yeah, Destiny 2 is free, so there is the
yeah,
initial
so
like
I should just do
beginning that's
that.
free, so you can at least try it out. But there's a lot of walls though, and you'll I hit them pretty quick. Where I was like, I want to go do this, and I was like, oh nope,
Mhm.
you need that expansion. It's like I want to go do this. Like, no, you need that expansion. I was like, all right, so I can only do this select stuff, and
Yeah.
that's it.
Well,
Which
I'll
is some fun stuff to do, and at least you get the gameplay. You get the gameplay
yeah.
in.
Yeah,
So
no, I definitely wanna try it out. The thing is like I said, I just keep forgetting about it because 'cause I'll get something, I'll
yeah,
play that, and then
and right now is nuts too with Dying Light, Destiny
yeah,
2, Witch Queen, Elden Ring,
Sifu.
what Tiny Tina's Wonderland is coming out at the end of this month that I
Yeah,
completely forgot about and I wanted to play that one too. But I'm sitting here like,
um,
when am I gonna have time to do that one as well? So it's like
there's
there's just so
there's
much out. There's
also
something else out too, I think, that came
there's
out recently.
Horizon
Oh yeah, Horizon. I
Horizon
completely forgot about that. That got overshadowed like hard.
Oh,
Like it
mhm,
Forbidden West.
it came yeah,
yeah,
it came out and everything just piled on top of it, and I
yeah,
completely forgot about it. There's been, like, joke memes going on because the same thing happened with, when it came out originally, Breath of the Wild came out. So,
uh,
it got
Oh,
overshadowed
yeah.
by Breath of the Wild hard, and now Elden Ring came out,
yeah,
and some
Elden
people
Ring
Yeah.
are
came out
saying
Elden Ring
right
took
after it.
over.
Yeah,
yeah, so poor
and there's
There
Horizon's
was
also
just
another
that
one too. There's another one that
there's
came
also
out
that
that I had
Sifu
really done
I
time
feel
with.
like
game that's
there's another
coming
game
out.
too that I'm not thinking about.
Sifu is out, yeah. I've seen
Yeah,
that.
there's the
Oh,
That
Sifu
looks
Sifu!
one.
I completely forgot about Sifu,
Yeah,
yeah.
that looks
that looks
difficult.
fun.
No, I don't
Yeah,
want any part of that.
they're adding
Really?
a lower
No.
difficulty already, Kyle, for that one
Yes.
because people
It's
complained a lot.
it looks good. Like it's fun to watch. Like I was watching people play it
Uh-huh.
and I saw it and was like, good, that's all I need. I watched someone play it.
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't watched anybody play it, but I once I heard it was like super difficult. I was like, I'll stay away. Uh,
Yeah,
but
I've heard it's like
uh,
frustratingly difficult.
Oh.
Destiny 2, back to Destiny. Basically, you do what's really cool about Destiny is their lore. So I know you played Halo back in the day, And Halo
Mhm.
had some crazy like deep lore. And from what I've understood, it's gotten less and less like deep as it's progressed because when since Bungie
Mm.
stopped doing it, because
Mhm.
Bungie was like they kind of started all the lore and everything, all the
Yeah.
heavy stuff, and so they basically took all that talent, all that writing over to Destiny. So Destiny's got some insanely thick lore that once you start going down those rabbit holes, you can just be wandering and lost, just
Mm.
like learning the next thing that you don't know. And they, for instance, this is year 6, and there was something teased in the original trailer for Destiny 2, and that's finally like
Oh
they
wow.
finally got to the point where we've even seen what the race on that thing looks like. And so
So
like the
how
next expansion is supposed to be dealing with that. So that's like 7-year buildup for this thing that's been coming.
so how
It's
much
pretty
are you
nuts.
so if you were to just go and buy all the expansions, how much are you looking at spending?
So that's the biggest issue with SD right now is that if you want to buy everything, you're probably going to. I didn't calculate it all. I'd look it up, but you're going to be spending a pretty penny
Mhm.
because there's not only a lot of stuff, but because it's basically an MMO with no subscription,
Mhm.
they avert that subscription by just keep charging for. They do lower the prices of the expansions, but they don't. They're never free.
Mhm.
So they're pretty much like I think the cheapest one right now is $25,
Mm,
and then
that's a good chunk.
there's yeah, so like there's 25 that's Shadow Keep, and 30 is Beyond Light or Beyond yeah, Beyond Light, and then the newest one is $40, which is this one, and that's not even including the 30th anniversary thing, which is something else. Then they have season passes, kind of like Fortnite, the battle
Mhm.
pass type thing. They have that as well. Um, so there's a lot there. You don't need it all, but each of those expansion does have like a full. It's like a full Halo campaign. Each
Mhm.
one has one. So it's like a whole
Nice.
story. So it makes sense that they want to charge for it because not only is it just a campaign, it has the cinematics to go with it. So like there's
Hmm.
some
Mhm.
pretty heavy cinematics in there.
That's
So
sweet.
they do not skimp on their like story and stuff. So that's why you're paying. That's what you're paying for,
Yeah, yeah.
essentially. So it's definitely it's probably worth it if you're going to put the time into it, and there's a lot of content
Mhm.
there, but it is a daunting thing to look at when you're looking at all the available like expansions and stuff. You're kind of like, huh. So basically, if I want to own this all, I'm going to be spending, at the same price as like 2 games easily.
Yeah.
Granted, I'll have it all, and it doesn't go away, and I don't have to pay monthly anymore. I don't have to pay monthly or anything, but still.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah. I-
anyways,
If you're playing that game and you're enjoying it, that makes sense.
Yeah.
exactly. It is overall probably worth it because the gameplay is Halo, and I
Mhm.
don't know. I know you still have an Xbox, I think, Kyle. So you probably still keep playing Halo. But this is basically the
Yeah.
closest thing I've got to Halo since Reach,
Mhm.
whenever that came out on the
Oh,
360.
Man, that was a long time ago.
yeah.
Yeah, and that's and the gameplay. It's when I first started playing Destiny 1, I remember I instinctively put the controller and started playing it, and I just like, holy shit, this feels like freaking Halo right away.
Yeah.
So it just triggered in my mind because I played so much Halo. So I was like, this is exactly the same feel,
That's
which is
Yeah.
cool.
nuts. Uh, but anyways, yeah. So you should. I mean, yeah, I would say Kyle, you could try it, but it's a lot of there's a lot of time constraints. So I don't know how much time you have, anyways, right now.
Yeah.
But it's free, so if you ever want to give it a shot, and you have Halo, so you could just go play Halo.
I don't have Halo. Well,
Oh,
I
you have
guess if you
Xbox,
have an
I bet you.
Xbox, you have Halo, right?
You could just play the Legends. What is it, Legends or something? The
Hmm.
the new one,
Infinite.
Infinite.
You talking
Yeah,
about?
that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, the new free one.
Yeah.
It's like
About that.
battle
My
royale style.
my Xbox is being used for Peppa Pig videos and construction truck videos. So.
I get it. I get it. That's all there. That's all really Xbox is good for. Oh, sorry. Move on. Just kidding.
Zinga.
Anyways, let's move on. We want to talk about this Mario Kart thing a little bit. I know a couple of us are big Mario Kart guys. We really like Mario Kart, and they added this whole thing where you could get these 48 new tracks. within the next 2 years. Is it 2 years, Kyle? I don't remember.
Yeah, something
It's
like that.
freaking ridiculous. We got our
Too a
first
little
four
bit too
coming
long.
up. Yeah, we got our first. I mean, it is 48 more tracks in a game that we know is already good, but that's a long wait for each bit of
Yeah.
it. But we got 4 tracks coming up at the end of this month. What do you think about this whole model? I mean, you get it for quote unquote free if you have this expansion
Yeah.
pass, but you don't own it. It's just like if you have the expansion pass, you get to have access to it, or you could just buy it for $25, I think it is,
Yeah,
uh,
25 gets you all of them.
and just gets it all anyways. So, what are you thinking about this? Would you
I
rather have a new Mario Kart game, or do you think this is a
mm,
good substitute?
no, this is a good substitute. I don't. I mean, what are they gonna do to make Mario Kart better? And they'll probably
Yeah,
prove me. They'll shut me up real quick. But that being said, 48 new tracks, even though they're just older tracks that have been redesigned for the current Mario Kart, is still 48 new tracks, right? And that was
yeah,
the one thing that kind of I got tired of with Mario Kart is that you play the same tracks over and over, and there's already good selection, but you play
hmm
them a lot. And we used to
yeah.
play this game a lot online with some friends, and I think it's making that expansion pass a little bit more tempting to get to upgrade to that yearly expansion pass thing because I already pay 20 a month. So if I pay 25 for just the tracks, then that's almost the same cost as the expansion pass. But you know what I mean.
But you get
So
to keep the DLC versus you only get it while you have the expansion pass.
true, but how long am I going to play Mario Kart for? That,
Yeah,
that being
I mean,
said,
I
right?
don't know. I understand. Yeah, I get what you're
And they're
saying.
only going to
Yeah,
add more stuff too, right? Because that also comes with. I know I don't play Animal Crossing, but it comes with the Animal Crossing DLC. And
yeah. Which I haven't even. I remember I turned on the Animal Crossing just because of that was coming out, and I lasted like 2 more days.
dude, I'm
I
not
was like,
gonna. I'm not gonna say
good.
how many hours you put into that, but I've seen how many hours you put into that game.
Yeah, I put a lot of hours in Animal Crossing. I won't lie. I put way too many hours in that game, but I can't get back into it
That
now because
was,
it's
I
like,
mean, it wasn't just you. There was a lot of. It was COVID time, lockdown time.
yeah.
Yeah, COVID, man. That
So
made me put a lot of hours into a lot of things.
But
I
still,
think this is great. I was really excited to hear about it. I was a little bummed out when I heard it was just older tracks that have been remodeled. I wish there were brand new
yeah.
tracks,
But a lot of
but
them are older tracks that were on that Mario Kart app, which I don't think you
yeah,
playing, so that means they're
right.
technically new tracks to you.
Those are cool ones. I've played that Mario Kart app
I
to
have
death.
too. I've been playing it more recently. I didn't know you played it more than what we played before.
Y-
Uh,
Yeah,
and
I
it's all
since deleted
right.
it,
It
but
gets old quick though. Yeah, it gets really old quick, in my opinion,
yeah,
because it's not really the same.
I still have that
Uh,
Star Wars game sucking my soul out
of
of
course
me.
you do.
So I
I'm excited for this. I think it's taking too long for the tracks to come out.
yeah, that's the other
Uh,
thing. Why not do half and half or
yeah,
bigger
this
chunks,
is
fourths, 12 at a time. Give me 12 at a time.
yeah. It's because the game's still selling, so they don't want to release a new Mario Kart while
And
Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is still selling like
yeah,
crazy. It's still selling.
and that's
Yeah,
I've heard that point too of like people want a new Grand Theft Auto, but it's Grand Theft Auto 5 is still selling like hotcakes, so why would you make a
still
new
on the
one?
top 10 charts like all the time.
Yeah,
It's
that's which is nuts.
weird. And
So
now we
it's
got
like,
the new one that's coming
why?
out. Well, the new updated version for PS5 that's coming out
Yeah.
soon. That's just the same game again. It's just they've updated the graphics.
So I'm gonna get these tracks. Just
Yeah, I
to
probably
be
will as
clear,
well.
but yeah, those are my grievances.
I get
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Yeah, I totally get it. I like Mario Kart. I love Mario Kart, so I'm gonna get them, and I'm gonna play more Mario Kart. It's been making me excited to play more Mario Kart, so I'm gonna grab them. I actually like the idea more than another Mario Kart game because, like you just said, what else can they do? This is kind of like the pinnacle of Mario Kart games. I mean,
yeah.
I've always said in the past that unlike other series where you like go back to older versions and be like, "Oh man, I missed this and I missed that." Besides Double Dash, which I would
Mm,
give an exception to that one just because of
mm-hmm.
the that weird mechanic that people liked but they just ignored forevermore.
Yeah,
Besides
which was
that
weird.
one,
Yeah.
Yeah, besides that one, I think every Mario Kart game has just gotten better. Like, and I
Yeah.
don't think there's been any reason to go back. There's no reason to go play Mario 64 because just play Mario Kart Deluxe and play the
Yeah,
64
I'd
levels.
probably just get mad. It's probably
Yeah,
awful.
it's clunky to play compared to Mario 8 Deluxe. I mean, even go back to the DS one, it's they're good games, but they've just improved them so much. So it's like
Hmm.
it's one of those things you don't need to go back as
I
much as
don't.
with some other
I only
games.
played on the Wii U, by the way. That's the only one I played on Mario Kart 8.
What
I only played on
why?
the Wii U.
But why? How are you gonna get the new tracks?
Just messing around.
I figured, but I was like
This guy.
flipping tables. Anyways, all right. So I think we kind of got our idea. Tobias, do you have anything to say about this? When are you gonna get Mario Kart, and
You need
when
to
are you
get
gonna
Mario
play
Kart,
with us?
dude.
What's going
Yeah,
on?
you got to
I
get
mean,
it.
all right, I'll put it on my list with everything else I
It goes
need
on
to
sale
get.
once in a
Just
while,
yeah,
like
for
for
like
40
$40
bucks.
instead of
You
60.
guys, you guys text me the next time it's on sale. I'll
All
take
right,
it.
All right,
cool.
I'll let you know.
I think it's on sale
Uh,
right now because it's Mario 10 Day.
Really?
I think there might be it might be
So
on
it's
sale.
on the DS.
No,
What?
no.
What?
This is the what? This is the Switch, man.
I meant Switch. I didn't mean DS. Oh my word! It's past 10. It's past my bedtime. All right, go on.
All right, all
My
right, all right,
bad.
all right.
No, my bad. Yeah, I meant the
Yeah,
Switch.
it's on sale right now.
Okay,
The
I'll
Mario
have to get
Day.
it after
Yeah, that
this.
makes
Yeah,
sense.
until the 13th.
There you go. Good game. You'll have fun with it, I'm sure.
Oh yeah.
My only complaint about it is everything is unlocked from the beginning, and that kind of I feel like unlocking
Oh,
stuff
you
is
didn't
really
like
fun,
that?
but not really. I
You
liked
unlocked like
unlocking things.
there was like
There's
cars
some
you
things to
unlocked.
unlock, but like most things were like all characters and all levels and everything were
Yeah,
unlocked from the get
it's
go.
fun to unlock characters. I'll give you that.
Yeah, yeah, it is. But anyways, so we're gonna go move on to our soapbox XS esque place. Uh, I don't know how you guys want to do this. I wanted to talk about Dark Knight in general, but with you guys. So do you guys want to just talk with me Dark
You know
Knight for
what?
a little bit,
I
and then we'll do your
I'm just
stuff?
gonna talk with
Or you
you
want me to do it at
about
the
Dark
end?
Knight
Yep,
because
let's do
honestly,
it.
I'm just gonna talk with you
Okay. All
about
right.
Dark Knight
Cool.
because honestly, I don't have a
Oops.
good soapbox topic. So I'm just gonna talk with you
Okay.
about
I
Dark
don't
Knight.
want to talk about Dark Knight because I sat down. I've been on kind of like a rest mode because of this procedure, and so I have been. Today I was getting pumped for the Batman, and it was early in the morning, and I was like, you know what? I'm watching all the Dark Knights today. I just decided I was doing it. My family
Wow.
had left for the day, and so I was like, I'm gonna watch Dark Knight. I know the luxuries of my life sometimes.
Well, the
But
the things you had to do to get there, I don't know. The
true.
procedure.
Yeah,
I
but
think
anyway,
I
so
don't know
I
if I'll
sat
take
down.
that trade.
I sat down and watched Batman Begins, and I watched Dark Knight, and I went all three of them. I actually really enjoyed them all this time around. I remember having issues with Batman Begins, it being slow. I remember having issues with Dark Knight Rises before, and I've never had issues with Dark Knight. Dark Knight is a masterpiece. There's nothing wrong with it
Yeah, Dark Knight is
except for
really
Christian Bale. Everything else is great with that movie. Uh, I'm not a fan of Christian Bale as Batman. I'm
Mm.
sorry. That's my only issue with these movies. They're good movies, but out of all the Batman, I'm just not like a huge fan. And I think the big thing that bothers me is every time I see him in the Batman suit and he does that stupid voice, it drives me insane. All I do is think about Pete Holmes.
Yeah,
And if you don't know what I'm talking about, look it up
the
because
Google
it
Pete
is
Holmes show.
identical. Holy crap. And he looks like he's nasally too, like he can't breathe out of his nose. It's he's always like his mouth is always open when he's he's moving, like he's like
Yeah,
just dying in his
it's a little
suit.
awkward.
It is it's the only Batman I've ever noticed that with. Maybe I'm just missing it, but I don't notice that with any other Batmans. Maybe his
Like
suit
if
was
he,
like extra tight or something. I don't know.
I wonder what it would have been like if he hadn't done the voice. Like if it
Maybe
would
it
have
would have been
just
better.
a little bit smoother.
God. But anyways, that is the worst part of those movies. Bane was a nightmare as well as again still. Uh, just his voice.
I
Everything else
I
about him
think
is fine. He looks
I
fine,
think I
but
think
his
Batman would
voice.
agree with you that he was a
Yeah,
nightmare.
he's just I probably, especially with that voice,
Yeah,
talking like that while
dude.
like beating him up. It's like,
Yeah,
it's like
just stop talking at
I mean,
least, dude.
please, I can't stop laughing. Yeah. And I can't breathe in this suit.
Just kill
But
me.
anyways, yeah, just just kill me, end it
That's
all. Uh, but other than those, I think those are my major complaints. To be honest, I actually enjoyed Rises more this time than I did before. And after watching them all three at the same time, I really don't think there's any less or more Batman in Rises. I used to make a joke that it was like Bruce Wayne
Yeah,
Rises,
yeah,
uh,
yeah.
but really it's about the same.
yeah,
There's less Batman than there's Bruce Wayne in all of them,
Hmm.
which is
but
fine.
less
Whatever.
dick for sure.
Yeah, not much dick. Yeah, there's only dick in Rises.
Oh my gosh, easy.
It's not how that was supposed to play, but I think it worked.
It
Uh,
worked great.
Oh my gosh! All right, don't.
I
I'm
mean,
sorry if you got
okay, so
kiddos around. By the way,
so here's my thing with the Bale ones
okay.
and with Christian Bale as Batman, right? I I personally, in terms of live action Batmans, like him the best so far out of live action.
Okay.
And that is mainly because I know you guys give him a bunch of junk for this, but I think it's smart that he changes his voice. If he sounded like Bruce Wayne when he was Batman, that's gonna be bad.
I mean, to be fair, even when he changes his voice, everybody still figures out he's Batman in
I know,
movies.
but I'm just saying.
that's a good
I'm just
point. It
saying.
It,
just it
and if
just
they
comes
don't
off as
figure it
goofy.
out, he gives them like heavy hints about it. Like, remember this
Anyways,
one time where we talked? Yeah, you know who I am.
That's with
anyways,
me.
I've always liked that fact about I've never really cared about that fact about him changing his voice. I shouldn't say I like. I should say I don't
It
really
hasn't
care.
bothered you, which is
Yeah.
fine. Okay.
Now I love Michael Keaton as Batman. It's the first live action Batman I watched
I
because
did. You bring up Michael Keaton. I'm sorry. I did like that they made a joke in one of the Bat movies. I can't remember the second one. I think it was actually Dark Knight, where he makes a
about
joke where
turning his
I
neck.
want to, yeah, I want to be able to turn my head, and I was like, I kind of
Yeah.
like, I got it, I got it. It's a
Huh?
funny one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like Michael Keaton's Batman and everything. I grew up on it. I think it's great. But I appreciate the work that Christian Bale went through to
True.
become Batman. And I don't feel like any other actor has put that kind of work into it. And I can see the effect of how his work has played out. To
Do you
me,
mean
that's
like
what
a
makes
workout regime, or just like more
not
method
just
acting?
workout, just
Because
method
he's
acting.
a method actor, right? I
Yeah,
think Christian
yeah.
Bale's a method
He
actor.
is a definite method actor. And I like that aspect in Batman. I think a method actor is able to pull out pieces of Batman that necessarily don't get pulled out if you're not method. Uh, and so anyways, those are the reasons that I've always liked Christian Bale, is because I feel like I can see the work that he put into it, both workout wise and method wise. And I also like Christian Bale because, well, I'm not like, but I'm not bothered by the voice. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
but
That's a good point, though. Yeah,
I have
I hear
no.
you.
I get it. Yeah, I get the appeal, especially since, like I said, the movies themselves are great. Well, I'm not a
mm,
huge fan of him as Batman in general. It still works. I mean, it doesn't ruin the movies. I still enjoy
yeah,
them, and I watching them again. And I wanted to go to the villains a little bit. Um,
mhm,
and obviously, I'll start with the highlight. Seeing Heath Ledger as Joker was just
yeah.
phenomenal. Again, I mean, it just goes back to holy crap, this guy did a really, really, really good job, and it's
And
really
if I
upsetting
can
that we
just
didn't
say
get to see him
something really
again.
quick, if I can just say something really
What?
quick, the thing that I love about Heath Ledger's Joker, because I was watching the first Tim Burton Batman the other day with
Hmm.
Jack Nicholson as the Joker.
Yeah.
The thing that I like about Heath Ledger's Joker is I can watch Heath Ledger's Joker and still get those kind of like suspenseful moments, even though I know what's going to happen. Like Heath Ledger's acting just makes me tense, I guess.
No, he does
Whereas,
a
like,
really good job at bothering you, and that's the whole point.
yeah,
He's like bothering
whereas
you.
like with Jack Nicholson, it's like, oh, I know Joker's going to do this, and now he's going to
Well,
paint, and
it's
yay,
definitely a different Joker. Yeah, at the end of the day,
Yeah,
it's definitely a different Joker.
but I think that's why I like Heath Ledger's Joker a lot more, is because even though I love Jack Nicholson's Joker because of how fun he kind of made it, I love Heath Ledger's Joker even more because it's so much on the edge of my seat. Even though I know how it's going to end, I'm still there on the edge of my seat
No,
You
because
know,
he
yeah,
you know
pulls
what
me
was
in.
creepy about Jack Nicholson's was the makeup, which is like a
oh
staple from
yeah, they
Yes.
Tim
did a really good job
Burton,
with the makeup
right?
for him. Yeah.
Like that was like
Yes.
Hmm.
the creepiest thing, and then and everyone's else's face when they got
Hmm.
poisoned would turn into that face. Like that. That was a Tim Burton thing though, more than
Hmm.
a
Yeah, they
Jack
The
did do a
Nicholson thing.
really
Nicholson.
good job with the makeup though in that one, because I remember there was a point where Jack Nicholson, it looks like he doesn't have the white on his face,
Right.
and then he wipes his face with a handkerchief and you can see white.
Yeah.
And Imogen was like, that is really good because she knows makeup better than I do, and she's like, because with makeup you try to smudge like that, it's not going to look that good. That was really good.
It was a good smudge.
Yeah.
The good
Yeah.
smudge action.
Good
Yeah.
smudge.
But for sure, yeah, I really enjoy. Obviously, his highlight. That's why I wasn't gonna. I'm not even gonna stay on him too
Yeah.
long because pinnacle of the series, that middle movie was phenomenal. The
Mm.
first one, I actually thought it was funny because this is the first time I noticed that it's a fake out, just like Iron Man 3 in Batman Begins. I've never really realized
Oh
that before
boy.
because they talk about Raj Al Ghul and they claim that one guy's Raj Al Ghul and then it's not. And they even
Yeah,
later
but
on
the
they
guy
show him again as Raj Al Ghul and he's the same facial features. And
yeah.
then you see the real Raj Al Ghul come out. So
Yeah.
it's not as foreplayed, but I thought it was just interesting to me that it was like a similar plot line there. And I was like, huh, that's interesting.
I like Raish a lot in the first one. But I I don't know. I felt like Scarecrow was just so underplayed through the whole trilogy.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
really
he
I
wanted to
was.
agree.
see
I
more
agree.
Scarecrow.
I
Like
don't know why
He
they
was.
didn't put him more in the last one, after,
I don't know
because
either.
obviously Joker was the plan, but after that,
Yeah.
after Heath Ledger passed away, why not? I agree. Like that
They,
should have
they
been
could
his
they could have
movie.
Yeah.
set him up, yeah, and done like a scarecrow as the main villain in the last. That
Yeah,
would have been
but
interesting.
I don't know why they chose to go with Bane. Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't know why.
It's
I have no
not.
idea.
It's not us you should be afraid of. It's our
And
plan.
it's even worse. I don't know if this is real because I thought I heard a long time ago that they had to change it in the home movie release to make it so it was more pronounced. So
So
they
you can
like
hear
changed it
him.
to where it's like yes, you can hear him better. But it's because they did that, it's so weird because you can see everybody else talking, but then when Bane talks, it's like he's above everybody else.
Oh,
It's like an
that's
over
interesting.
voice instead because I don't know if that was on purpose, if that's the way it always was, but even then it was still kind of hard to understand him sometimes. I mean, I had subtitles on, so it made it a little easier,
Yeah. Oh, you
but
have
even
to.
then, yeah,
No,
In our old age,
I
we have to.
yeah, I don't know why. Once again, see, that was a voice that did kind of bother me because I don't know
it was
why.
fun
I
watching him and
really
Batman
like.
talk together because they were both like having a funny voice contest. So also, the ending fight
Oh
scene where they're all
man,
like doing the war. It was funny to watch everybody like fist fighting with their guns on their backs. I was like, this is really weird. Why is nobody
yeah,
using all these guns they were like
yeah,
threatening to use? That now we're just
Right.
gonna fist fight. It's fisticuffs time now.
yeah. But
Decided.
honestly, I feel like that happens in a lot of movies, just in general. Like
Yeah, I mean you're
you
probably right.
watch
Yeah.
you watch a Bond movie, like they fire twice with their gun, and Bond fires 85 times, and he still
Oh,
has bullets in his gun. Like
don't get me
it's just
started on Bond.
it's, so. I mean, there are just moments in movies that don't make sense. Is my point.
Yeah. There's also
True.
I kind of thought maybe it was done well, but the cutting from uh whenever there's like a like for instance the pencil scene, right, that everybody knows about,
Mm-hmm.
the pencil scene, right?
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize there was such a hard cut. Like there's a lot of hard cuts when like there's another
Mm.
Yeah.
instance where somebody's finger gets broken and they do like this or when Bane breaks people's necks. It's another one that always
Yeah.
happens. Whenever he breaks somebody's neck, it's a hard cut away from it, like really fast.
Mm-hmm.
It happens throughout the entire saga. Whenever something like major happens, like more morbid or more violent, they
Mm-hmm.
do this hard cut like really fast. There's also barely any blood in those
Mm-hmm.
movies. I didn't realize there was like no blood in those movies. I didn't catch
But
that
there is
before.
blood, Disney. There is blood.
Mhm.
Yeah, there's not a lot though. It's very, very little.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
know.
Still.
surprising.
Does that bother you, or did you guys not even notice or care?
Honestly, I don't think I ever really noticed. I might notice now that you've said something, but I don't think I ever really noticed. But like I said, it's what's bugged me about some Disney movies lately is the
Mhm.
lack of blood. I don't
Mhm.
feel like there are any stakes.
Mhm.
Like
What's the blood like in without spoiling anything? What's the blood like? What's the blood ratio in the Batman? Because that one's supposed to be
Blood
like they
ratio.
keep talking about how this is going to be the next like more hard hitting, but it's still PG-13, right? But they keep talking about how
I'm trying
dark
to
it is and
remember.
whatnot. I'm pretty sure it's
I'm trying to
PG-13.
remember how much blood is in
But,
it.
like, was it, like,
I
really graphic, or was it just because I do
I
keep
don't
hearing
feel
it's
like there
very
was
dark.
any blood in it. The Joker's stuff is dark. I mean, not the Joker. The Riddler's stuff is
You
dark.
both
Right,
did
we
it.
said no spoilers,
Um,
but we can agree that the
no,
Joker
no,
and the
the
Riddler are
Riddler
very
stuff is
much
dark.
different people. Never mind.
Yeah, sure, whatever. Um, but no, they're both jokes. But
Riddles aren't jokes.
you get it? No, you don't.
Eh,
Like, come
Anyways,
on.
okay, so
yeah.
what were you trying to get? What was your thought? I keep breaking
Punctuation
uh,
in.
posse.
I don't think I don't think there was a lot of blood, but some of the things that Riddler does, I could definitely see you saying, "Oh, okay, this is definitely a lot more sinister than any other Batman." Um, because yeah, it's right. It's like some preschool Saw, like
Oh, really? So is it more
yeah,
or less like not talking about,
Preschool
how
saw.
good it is, but, like, compared to,
The
like, The
movies?
Dark Knight,
it's
which is probably the most, you know, violent,
like I
I
said.
would say, or not really violent, but
Oh
more
no,
like
I'd say the Dark Knight is still definitely more violent. Um,
Graphic?
more graphic. Yeah, I guess it'd be because
But I
in
would
in the
say
Rises one, there isn't a lot. Like he's not hurting people just for fun, like how
no.
like the Joker's
Yeah,
doing.
like Joker does.
It's a little
Yeah.
different. There's still a lot
Um,
of violence, but still different.
I would say that so there is I don't want to spoil too much. I
Well,
feel
then we
like the
won't. We can move
Batman
on. We don't have to. You could just say
I feel like the Batman tries to play off some things that were done in Rises, and I feel like they would have been better off doing their own thing.
okay. All right. Well,
Hmm.
I
I
think that's
feel
all.
like Rises
Yeah, I
is
think I get
still
what you
more
mean.
grittier, right?
So
Rises,
you do think Rises and okay, because you did say the Batman is worse than all three Nolan films.
I feel like it is.
Okay. All right. So
And I didn't mean Rises, I meant Dark Knight. I feel like Dark Knight is grittier. I feel like Dark Knight is more intense. I feel like Dark Knight is more brutal. But the Batman is definitely more of a head scratcher through most of the movie because you're trying to figure out Riddler's motive.
okay.
Like,
Uh, well, I did watch one of the reasons I watched these is because Batman is coming up, and the first thing that my friend talked about when he had seen the Batman, the first thing he said was he compared it immediately to the Dark Knight, which
and there's a reason for that.
yeah, and there's
Like,
well on Twitter and everybody's comparing it to the Dark Knight. Like it makes sense though because that's what you do. You compare it to the
well, see,
last greatest movie that was in
fair
the
enough.
same, that's the same movie. It's
Fair
like
enough.
whenever a new Star Wars movie comes out, what's the first movie everybody seems to compare it to?
Phantom Menace.
Yeah,
Empire
definitely.
Strikes Back is what I was going to say, but because that's
I was
Well, and
gonna
you
say
know,
widely
the
usually
last
considered the best Star Wars film.
and
Is
every
Attack of the
Marvel
Empire
Clones.
Strikes
movie
Back.
is compared to Iron Man 3. You know, that's the
That is, yeah,
standard.
and that is valid because we all understand where the best Iron Man movie, or where the best Marvel movie is. Uh, but anyways,
I can definitely see why there's a lot of comparison to Nolan, though, and I don't necessarily think it
well,
has
the
to. I
director,
mean, with
I
the
think
second
I gotta
Batman,
find the quote because I think the director actually told Nolan that he was attempting to make a better Batman movie than him, which
well,
Yeah,
was,
hey,
which, I
which is
mean,
cool.
I think yeah, which is
Sounds
I
it
super
mean,
doesn't
cool.
way
sound
to
like
boast.
it wasn't
I mean,
malicious. It was just like I am like
I know.
aiming to be better than you.
Yeah, but I mean, way to boast. But Raphael wasn't better than Da Vinci, so you know,
Well, I
gotta.
don't think it's a boast. It's like a goal, right? Like I'm trying to.
Yeah, he's
I
trying
want
to
to.
Well,
beat.
he
Yeah,
needs to try a little harder.
this is all the first one. Now,
Yeah.
I
Yep.
know. I'll
yeah,
give it to
okay,
him.
okay.
Maybe his second. Maybe his second
I
would
know you
be.
said that technically this movie was worse than the three movies, but I think
I
nostalgia has
feel.
big play in that.
Oh, I
But
won't deny that.
I will say, as a start to a trilogy, would you say is a heavier start than Batman Begins? Because I feel like
Yes.
Batman Begins is
Yes.
very slow.
Yes. It's definitely a heavier start. Yes.
Okay, so
I
that's a
I
good.
I there's no question about that. The things that happen in this, yes, it's definitely
So they're
heavier.
basically like this is like they're on the floor running right away
Yeah, this is like if Nolan started the trilogy with Dark
with
Knight.
Dark Knight, which is okay.
Yeah.
That's cool. Okay, all right. Well, that kind of turned over to the Batman, but that kind of works in its own way.
Mhm.
Anybody want to say anything about this trilogy? I can't think of anything right now. I'll probably think of it
I
after we end. But
I
I have it on Blu-ray and it's not open yet, so I guess it's time to
there you
crack it
go.
open.
They're on
I will
HBO
say
Max too. I think they're all on there, so that's where I watched them.
I will say I also feel like the director for the trilogy that we were just talking about, Nolan,
Hmm.
is a very talented director, which helps a lot for making a good movie.
I mean, yeah, I guess he is. I don't know. I Inception was all right. I
His
never saw the newest one.
his
Oh, I
You should
ability
need.
watch the
I
new
to
haven't.
one.
I
Tenet.
know. I just did watch it one time. Yeah,
I
Tenet.
think you would
What
like
other
him.
movies has he
Make
done?
sure make sure you get really drunk though.
Uh Dunkirk.
Really drunk. Gotcha. I got
Uh
some bourbon over here. That'll help.
Yeah,
Just
he
get
did
some.
you'll be able to
Dunkirk.
focus. Yeah,
I get
I
three
haven't seen that
glasses
one.
in, then I'll start the movie.
Yep, you'll follow
Dunkirk
along easy.
Dunkirk is a little
Fall
bit
asleep at the
like
halfway mark.
you remember Peter
Probably.
Jackson's King Kong?
Yeah. Oh
So
yeah, I remember that
Dunkirk
one. That was nuts.
Uh,
Wasn't there an intermission in that one? Whew.
it needs to
so
be.
Dunkirk is kind of like Peter Jackson's King Kong in that
Oh,
there's about
Dunkirk.
an
I forgot about that
hour
one.
in it. There's about an hour worth of Dunkirk that I went and started playing on my phone because I was getting bored.
An hour? That's not good at
Yeah, they're
all.
just like no, and it's right in the
That sounds
beginning
pretty
too.
bad.
That's
It was
awful. That's not a good
it
movie at
was
So
all.
not
good that I
it,
got completely
it
disinterested an hour
no,
in.
that's what I'm telling you. That's what I'm telling you. Dunkirk is not one of his finest moments. I like a lot of Nolan's films,
Interstellar.
but Dunkirk was kind of
I haven't seen that
Oh,
one either.
Interstellar was great. I loved
That was a
Interstellar.
good
Man,
one.
I don't watch movies. I don't
You
know.
haven't seen
I don't know
Interstellar?
movies.
You
Nah,
really?
You
I
should
haven't.
watch
With
it.
the good
It's
old
good.
McConaughey?
Uh, I'm
And
not a
then
Nolan head.
Memento. Memento's the other one, like the
Yeah,
other big
Haven't seen
one.
that
Memento.
one. I
That's
remember
where
seeing Inception and like I remember everybody's minds were blown and stuff. That was a really weird
oh,
time. I
how
haven't
could you
gone
not
back
be
to that.
Oh,
blown by that?
okay. Have you seen The Prestige with
Oh,
I did
yes,
see the
yes.
Prestige. I did see the
Hugh
Prestige.
Jackman?
Prestige is good. I have no
Yeah,
issues with the Prestige.
Yeah, I mean, so
that was
this
a
is
good
why I
one.
like. So this is what I'm saying about a good director. A good director can do a lot for a movie, and I'm not saying that the guy that did the
Matt
Batman is a
Reeves,
bad
by the
director.
way. It's Matt Reeves.
I'm not saying he's a bad director at all. I think he did a really good job, but I do know that I heard him say some things that he wasn't sure about doing a whole detective movie. He wanted to do it, but he wasn't sure about how good he could do it. And so I'm curious how a movie would look like by him where he's sure he can do it good. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, number 2.
so I think Reeves has potential. I just think Nolan had more experience under his belt when he went for Batman. That's just me
That makes
personally.
sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. All right. Well, I think we got that out of the way. I would still like to do a more in-depth one with Tomas at some point for Rises, just to hear what he has to say that makes it better than Iron Man 3. Um, but I think that's a good place.
Everything about it makes
Yeah.
it better.
Did you still want to do yours now, Kyle? I saw you took it off the thing. So are
Nope,
you?
I'm
Do
good.
you? Nope. All right. We just want to save that all for Dark Knight. I took the steam out of everybody. I think that's a
No.
good way to end it.
Yeah, it was
Go
good
watch.
topic.
Yeah, go watch the Batman. I am going to try to
Yes.
get at least one of them, hopefully two of them, into a something where we can discuss this new Batman movie because I know obviously we all love Batman and I think we love talking about Batman. So I
Yes.
want to see what we all think about this new Batman movie and why does Tomas hate it. But I'm just kidding. I'm
You
just kidding.
know,
We'll talk next
hate
time.
load.
Oh, what's a good Batman quote to end us on, Tomas?
Who do you work for?
Who are you?
All right,
Who are you?
I'm out of here. Later,
No,
guys.
come on. I'm Batman. Who are